Smoking for the passengers.
You just saw me. You take my money off me for 600 bag, and I can't smoke one. Why?
Too much for the cabin crew.
Well done.
And smouldering passions on the training course.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze on a far-flung holiday, come fly with me, let's fly away.
Is this where I can hold you with? I like this.
Britannia Airways flies 50,000 nervous passengers a year.
So that I don't lose you. Come on, let's have a look.
And you're never too young to be scared of flying.
Right, will you come here with me?
I don't like airplanes.
You don't like aeroplanes?
No.
Why not? What's wrong?
I don't like. They fly right up into air and I don't like them.
Yes, but it's taking you on a lovely holiday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, come on. Let's see if there's any ladies there.
Come on.
Come on, honey. Be all right. Come on with me. Listen.
Can't believe it.
37,000 feet up, Chief Steward BJ has a challenge.
I have to confess, this is a first. This is a first.
12-year-old Adam Mullaney has left his dental brace on his meal tray.
I mean, surely you know when you've lost a brace or you've got a brace and you... I mean, I had a brace when I was a kid. Oh, God. There was no easy way of doing this, really.
Do you want to go and see the pilot? Should we see if we can see the pilot who's driving the aircraft?
That'd be very exciting. Let's go see where...
No, it won't. No, it's not going anywhere yet. I think
right,
so.
Stand there, sit there, let's have a look. What does this do?
What's that? Let's have a look.
Hey!
Headphones as well.
Oh, look, headphones.
Where are your headphones?
Oh, look, these have got the purple ones. Right, plug them in here, let's have a listen. What's going on in here? Right, let's have a look then.
Right, just to help me find this, what does it look like?
It's like a little chip thing that's got some metal coming out the side.
It's like what colour?
Pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
With bits of metal?
Yeah, all around the edge.
Around the edge?
It's like a crab.
Like a crab?
It's pink with grey legs.
So I'm looking for a pink crab with metal legs?
Yeah. About the size of your palate.
Well, it is palate.
Well, it is palate, yeah. And it's wrapped in tissue.
And it's wrapped in tissue. So I've got to look through all the... Could have just left it on the side, could you? Oh, no. Right, OK, not a problem. So a pink crab, the size of his palate, with metal legs, wrapped in tissue. Easy. Where is that?
And we have one birthday on board the aeroplane today, Mr. John Bateman in row 5. I'd like to wish you a happy birthday from Linda, Ricky, Laurie and Jay. Simon Bates, eat your hearts out.
Oh. Hey, what's this? What's this? What's this? That's it! Well, the bad news is I found it. And the good news is you're going to have to wear it. And I've washed it as well. You're welcome.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
On the cabin crew training course, likely lads Aaron and Jason are on a mission to get a date with Tracy, their trainer.
Tracy's car.
No wonder she's doing 110 passes with her airbrushing
She didn't notice
this
us
morning.
did she, when she come past us?
I tell you, if this is what she can afford, though, you know what I mean?
Blanket on the back seat.
Blanket, pillows. She's got the works. I could just pick her up and...
whisk her away.
Take her off home, yeah.
She's nice.
Oh, there you go. I would never say that to her. So what did they actually say?
Well, both of them were in there, and they both said, what are you doing tonight, then? How do you fancy coming out for a drink? And I says, no. I says, I've got the kids. And they said, well, we'll come round to you then. We'll bring
This is Jason and Aaron.
Jason and Aaron, yeah.
That's okay. Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry. Have you got any spare nappies, please? Sorry, it was just me.
Today, the trainees are learning how to deal with problem passengers.
Oh, we've just been stuck at the airport for 4 hours with this blinking rain and everything. I've run out of nappies and my little Josie needs... Really, honestly, I'm sorry, but it's... Oh, don't worry, my darling. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, I'm sorry, but... Sorry, the smell as well. Sorry, it's just the customs...
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go and have a word with the other passengers with babies, see if they've got any nappies
Please,
on board.
I'm sorry.
If they've got any spare ones, then...
Can it be quick? Sorry, because it's just leaking through on the side here.
All right, no worries. I'll get you some...
Don't worry, my
is it leaking
darling,
badly,
it's
or is
all
it...
Yeah.
Badly?
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Very good, very good. How do you think Aaron handled that, then?
Yeah.
He did. He did. It was good thinking as well about asking another passenger.
And also he asked for the age of the nappy.
Yeah. Was it? It's very good. If the baby's irate, then the mother's going to be irate.
Yeah.
If you can calm the mother down, then it's a big help. Yeah, you did really well, Aaron. Well done. Well done.
Does that mean we get a date now?
No.
Britannia headquarters in Luton. Arrangements are being made for a passenger with special needs.
He's got a skin condition, so he blisters easily if you touch him or knock him. He's taking a special pump on board as well.
How big's the pump?
It doesn't actually say, but I thought if we sit him at the front...
7-year-old Scott Schofield is going to Spain with his mum Alison. He suffers from a rare condition called epidermolysis bullosa.
His illness is characterised by blistering of the skin. He's got fragile skin, which is both on the outside of his body and on the inside, internal linings of his body. This morning, Scott's got blisters on his eyes, which means he can't open his eyes. It's erosion on his eyeball, which is caused just by his eyes moving in his sleep, which rub on his eyelid.
Tomorrow we've got a special meal that needs to be ordered from Mrs. Schofield. It's on the 464 Alpha. It's a child meal that needs to be liquidised. No lumps at all.
Right, I'm coming. I do bring up Scott in the way that he's got to stick up for himself and not to be frightened or ashamed of his illness.
I might have blisters, but I'm still a normal little boy, and I like doing what other boys do, especially football.
Scott's eyes are expected to heal before the flight, and Alison is hoping he'll be able to enjoy his holiday.
I'm really looking forward to going on my holidays. I love aeroplanes, I think they're great.
At Manchester Airport, Kathy Duffy has her hands full.
This is turning into a bit of a nightmare, darling.
The Woodhouses have turned up for their Palma flight 10 minutes before takeoff.
Well, we run a public house and it's a very demanding business. And one thing after another, and just got behind so far, you know. It's incredible how things crop up.
I just got a call a couple of minutes ago from check-in saying, Kathy, we've got a problem. So I said, what? So we've got 2 people turned up. So what?
They're still expecting to catch the plane, but they're so late their seats have been resold.
It turns out that Thompson's have done some seat sales, OK? These 2 people have now turned up, and they're cruise passengers. They're not just passengers wanting to go on the flight, they're cruise passengers.
If they miss the plane, they miss the boat and the start of their Mediterranean cruise.
Thanks, guys. Let me just have a quick word before you close.
But there's nothing Kathy can
Have
do.
a quick word with him, Deb.
There are no spare seats. Her priority now is to prevent a delay.
I would go. You've got all these people on board who have the right ticket to be on this plane. I think you should go.
Right, let's go.
You've got the right passengers.
Pat has found her second nervous passenger of the day.
Okay. Sure. Do you want me to come down with you?
No, all right.
All right. Wait till everyone's on, and then just get on and go. Have you had a drink?
No, I don't drink.
Oh, right.
Smoke.
I can't recommend that then.
The Palmer flight is leaving, unbeknown to the Woodhouses.
Well, hopefully they're going to come and let us know exactly when we can go to the gate and which gate we've got to go to, and we can get there as fast as we can.
Britannic Flight BY 2208 in Thessalonica.
Takeoff and landing, I have my head between my knees and I grip the sides of the seats and pray and cross myself constantly. But it's worth it.
Time to break the bad news.
They couldn't take a delay on it.
Oh dear.
We can take you to Malta on a Britannia flight tonight. The ship goes from here, it goes to Malta.
Yeah.
We can get you to Malta so that you can meet up with the ship on Sunday afternoon, if that's what you want to do.
Britannia Airways flight BY 2228 to Malta.
Finally they're off, and still smiling, even though they've paid £90 extra and lost 2 days of their cruise. Little do they know, their troubles are just beginning.
Let's have a look for it.
Scott, his mum and his granny have arrived in good time for their plane. His eyesight has returned just in time.
80 knots.
Scott's thrilled. His granny's terrified.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. We are expecting some turbulence.
Granny's nervous, but Captain Clack has known worse.
We were actually coming back from Santo Domingo, and somebody asked if they could have a flight deck visit. And we, of course, always trying to... we always allow flight deck visits if we possibly can. And a gentleman came up with his wife. And the wife was actually wearing rather short denim shorts and sat on the jump seat behind us. And we were chatting away to them and asking whether they'd had a good holiday, showing them a few things around the flight deck, just a general chat. And he did mention that his wife was rather nervous of flying, and but we thought nothing of it. And then all of a sudden, she just suddenly said, "Oh, I've got to go to the toilet." And she disappeared out of the flight deck door and towards the front toilet, and with her husband following. And we didn't think anything of it, and we just sat, turned back around, and were chatting together. And all of a sudden we realised that there was a rather strange smell in the flight deck. And in fact, unfortunately, the lady had had an accident on the seat on the flight deck floor, and trailing all the way to the back toilet, she'd had a rather serious accident. And to the extent, in fact, that the first officer actually went on oxygen because the smell was so bad.
Have you finished your cocktail yet?
No. I made them on
Well, look, here's your lunch.
That's what he's been moaning for.
Well,
It's starving.
Scott's special meal has arrived as ordered.
Right. Is that nice?
Cigarette spirits, any wine, cigarettes, tobacco.
So why have you just sold me 600 fags if I can't smoke one? Come on, that's not on that. You've just sold me, you take my money off me for 600 fags and I can't smoke one. Why?
Listen, I take your point, but they sell condoms in booths. Need I say more?
Northerners, when they go on holiday,
Spend all the money.
if you've saved up £500 for your holiday, you don't want to come home with any money left. So if you come back and you say, a fab holiday, I went out with £500, come back with nothing, spent everything. That is a brilliant, brilliant holiday. Come on here with £50, don't they? Got £50, what can I buy £50? They just want anything to use all the money up. Gatwick, they say £500 up for the holiday, they come back on the flight. Did you have a good holiday? Come back with £200.
The Green Hill Hotel, Derbyshire. Landlords Graham and Marilyn Woodhouse are back. But their holiday video is not what they'd hoped for.
I would say it was near enough the holiday from hell.
They'd been due to join their cruise ship 2 days late when it arrived in Malta.
And we took the video camera out and so that they could purposely watch the ship coming into harbour and watching it come across the bay. And then all of a sudden it did a massive U-turn and went away from Malta. They were just amazed that we'd seen it come in and then go away.
Bad weather had prevented the ship from docking.
We're speechless.
Plans to travel to Sicily and then to Rome to catch the boat fell through, and the couple were stranded on Malta.
All we did for that week was move into 3 hotels and then back to Manchester. 2 very disappointed people.
Back on the training course, the cabin crew hopefuls are learning emergency drill.
Fasten the body bolts.
I've not got
Lindsay and Kirsty are first up for the most feared part of the course, the smoke-filled cabin.
Keep the communication up, right? Make sure you're okay.
It's all right. What? Just relax, it's panic. Can we just get in and do it?
Yeah, come on.
Right.
You get in and get down. Get right down.
Get right down on the floor. Keep holding the Lindsay.
Keep holding your wall.
They have 2.5 minutes to find a body. It's hard to breathe, impossible to see, and the cramped conditions often induce panic.
Well done.
Oh, that was
Well
awful.
done. That was brilliant.
Excellent. Excellent.
That was so awful.
Yeah, communication in there was absolutely brilliant. I could hear everything you were saying out here.
Oh, I think I might cry. I know. Oh, that was awful.
That was the worst thing I've ever had to do.
It's the worst thing you'll ever have to do.
And I'm not doing that again. We had to find it. Did we do it in 2.5 minutes?
Yeah.
But at least after the 3 years.
You don't have to do it for another 3 years.
In Spain, Scott is enjoying his holiday, with one problem.
It's just, it's limited access for him, I think, in certain places. But like on the pool then, I tried to get him to walk around the pool, and because of it all being little stones and things, it's difficult for him to walk on, and it's painful on his feet.
I bet you can't dive under.
The Spanish people have been really nice with Scott. They know there's something wrong, but they're not rude and they don't stare at him.
I love it in Spain. It's the best holiday I've ever had. I wish I could stay another week.
At Manchester, a first-time flyer for BJ.
Hello. Who's the nervous one?
Me.
And why are you nervous?
Because I've never done it before.
You've never flown before?
No.
God, mate, it's 2 of us.
Really? God, me too. Sorry.
Never, ever flown?
Never, ever.
God. So you're looking forward to it?
No.
Well, you can be nervous, but you can still be looking forward to it.
Well, mixed feelings, you know.
Yeah. But why are you nervous? You haven't done it before. There's nothing to be nervous about.
If they'd let me drive it, I'd be quite happy.
If they let you drive it, I'd be nervous.
Well, let's swap, eh? I mean, I'm not bothered if you're nervous.
I've seen passengers a lot more nervous than her. They refuse to get on board the aircraft, or if they actually get on board the aircraft, they're just inconsolable, really. They're in tears. It's one of those things. It's like being scared of spiders. There's no rational explanation for it, and I'm trying to get into these bloody napkins and I can't. Yes, I can.
Back at the training course, Jason and Aaron are still trying.
I pulled these two girls. They are so nice. They are really nice. Their names are Sarah and Sarah, would you believe it? Sarah and Sarah. All right, cool. It's amazing.
And for once, succeeding.
Give me a kiss.
There's a little step up,
yeah.
Right, so don't trip when you go in. I'll show you in. And there's lots of buttons and controls. For God's sake, don't touch anything, because I'm not doing loop-the-loop tonight.
As soon as I walk in, I mean, can I just see...
Well,
can I see out, you know, all round?
Remember, it's dark.
Yeah, I know, but
I
mean...
you're not going to see a lot, unless we're
it's
travelling
all glass,
over...
isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
So
honestly,
what am I going to see when I get out there, then?
Well, you'll see the captain, you'll see the first officer, you'll see lots and lots of controls and lights. And the captain will probably turn around and speak to you, and he'll just chat to you.
And if I
you
suddenly...
can ask him any question you like.
If I suddenly disappear and come out, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah?
Of course it is. But you won't feel like that.
See, we've got those bumps again, haven't we?
You get bumps in a car, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm driving it.
Well, he's driving this. And he's probably a lot more qualified than you are. Right, let's let this gentleman out of the way, and I'll take you in, all right?
Okay. After you, yeah?
Right, I'll take you in. It's not a lot to see, honestly. Come on.
So if I just want to come out, I'll come out, all right?
Of course you can. Just a door here. Yeah?
Okay. I can't do this.
What's your name, by the way?
Jenny.
Jenny, come on in, Jenny. I'll introduce you to the captain.
Oh.
Right, pick up. Lots of lights, that's all. Come on, darling.
Oh, my God, I don't know.
It's like the TARDIS.
Oh, screw.
Yeah, I know.
Gosh, it's just so amazing. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually seeing it.
Jason's no longer flying high.
You got blown out. I don't know where they are, man. I don't know where they are. What becomes of a broken hearted? Who have loved and departed? I know I've got to find some kind of peace of mind. I'll be searching everywhere. Find someone to care.
As well as the brace, 20,000 hats, 1 ukulele and an artificial leg were left on board last year. Scott has decided he wants to be a pilot when he grows up.
That's our plane and it goes whee.
And the Woodhouses are planning another holiday this year, but definitely not a cruise. Next week, will Aaron and Jason get their wings? And Kathy goes in search of love.